What's good everyone, I hope you're doing well. With Bandai Namco confirming there will no longer be any more large-scale balance adjustments for the rest of Season 1, Azucena has been left in a bit of an unfavourable position, especially compared to her previous strength. Despite that, I personally think the way she's balanced right now is near perfect, as she has unique strengths and weaknesses, and the future balance updates should focus on nerfing other characters rather than buffing the weaker ones. That being said, Azucena does suffer from quite a few bugs and unintended interactions that can hinder her gameplay. Fortunately for us though, Bandai Namco, as we've seen in recent patches after patch 1.05, are still making adjustments to unintended interactions and bugs like these. To bring attention to these problems, I thought I'd break down some of her issues where fixing them would make her stronger and more fun to use without a major balance change, so let's get right into them. Firstly, one thing that can sometimes happen with some of Azucena's strings is that when the first hit of a string connects, the second can then whiff on the opponent. Down forward 1-4 is one of these strings, where the follow-up can whiff on a sidestepping opponent, despite the first one connecting. As it is one of her core tools, it can sometimes be a matter of life or death when this string doesn't decide to connect correctly. This issue can also happen with while running 3-2 and her forward 3+4. These two moves are already quite easily sidestepped, so it makes it even more difficult to land them when the second hit has inconsistencies. Even when I was recording some background footage for this video against the CPU, the second hit of down forward 4-1 whiffed when it stepped left after the first hit connected, meaning this happens on a lot of the toolkit. Changes to remediate issues where strings and second hits don't land correctly has been a key focus in addressing bugs in previous patches for other characters, so it'd be great to see Azucena get similar treatment. Another big struggle for Azucena is an issue that occurs with her back turn 2. On hit, back turn 2 can trigger an attack throw for big damage if another 2 is pressed at the right time as it connects. However, on opponent's side walking left, this attack throw fails to trigger, leading to a huge loss in damage. This is particularly difficult for her as side walking left also makes her back turn 3 whiff, which is a core part of the back turn mix-up, giving great risk reward for our opponent to use this option. As opponents already have the option to step to the right and duck to cover both of these options, I think side walking left being strong against both of these options as well is too much, and that back turn 2 should trigger the attack throw as long as the move connects on a front facing opponent. One common thing Bandai Namco has targeted with previous patches is fixes to issues with the hitboxes of rage arts. Bamco are also already aware of the issues with Azucena's rage art in particular, as she's already received 2 separate consistency buffs to her rage art in previous patches. However, despite these changes, it still whiffs on certain moves and can drop during juggles, so I believe it needs yet another consistency buff to its hitbox to bring it in line with the rest of the cast. Finally, a bit of an odd one that came as a result of a nerf in patch 1.04 is to do with the third hit of her down forward 1-4-1 string. In patch 1.04, the hitbox and duration of the third hit was reduced to prevent the string hitting opponents who step to her back. However, as a result of this nerf, opponents are now able to sidestep the high to the right, which I believe is an unintended result of the change. The original mind game of this string was that opponents had to duck if they anticipated the high, making the risk of throwing the high worth it to shut down our opponent's movement by forcing them into crouch. Although the mid cancel does track sidestep, it is easy to confirm when the cancel is being performed so the opponent can react and block, so I think the high should track again to restore the original mind game. And those are the main bugs I wanted to cover. Thank you so much for watching, and feel free to let me know down in the comments below what you think on Azucena's current balance state, and any bugs you run into in the past that might affect you that I might have missed in this video. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.